What's up, captains? So I thought I'd shoot one more that's just kind of like an overview of everything. So again, this here is the new homepage for your captain. Once you've logged into this, it is linked to you, and you'll be able to open it up without logging in, and all this stuff will show your information. Okay, you don't have to save links and all that stuff. You're going to save one link, which is this one. So the first time I send it to you, just so you know, the way to save this once you're logged in, click that little page with the arrow up in the bottom. Then you go down here, and you hit Add Bookmark. You can then name this whatever you want. So like Salty Homepage, for instance, save. So what that does is save it in here. Then now if you want to go back to it, you click the little book and you can see Salty Homepage right there. You would just click it. So this is going to get you here. And once you're here, this is where you manage stuff. So you can see the open trips here. This is everything that's open and unclaimed sitting in the basket. You click on the My Trips. This is going to be all the stuff that you're working from this date forward. Once it goes past the date of the trip, they'll fall out of this list. So there they are. So this is everything that you're working right now. This is where you would see the statuses of trips that you're working and how you would manage them. Then if you click on completed trips here, this is going to show you every trip you've run for Salty since you've used the system that made it to trip completed. This shows you how many basically you owe me money on, that you have paid me on. So that means a trip that actually went through and you got your money. And so this will be a good way for us to keep up with which trips you've run. All right, so at the top right up there, you see the three little lines. If you click on that, then you click on Captain's Help page right there. This is going to take you to a help page with some videos and some rules and the links right here, review links that you can use to send to clients and stuff. Booking statuses broke down so you know what they mean. And then those tutorial videos there that I've made for you guys. I'm just going to go through the rules real quick because they've changed a little bit. Obviously asking for a review, copy and pasting that link to them after you take a trip. If y'all do that, that's going to help me out a lot. I appreciate it. And then commissions paid after each trip. Now this is new. I'm not keeping up with balances anymore. Everybody, y'all owe me that $100 at the end of the trip. When you get your money, you do your Venmo. So the next one is kind of new too. So all multi-day trips are normal commissions paid by all, but the guy who organizes it, you text me after, and what we're going to do is give you $25 for each boat and day that you organized. So that way it's just, it's a pain. So that's to pay y'all back for organizing stuff for me. Okay. Claim only one trip at a time, work through it until deposit is secured, and then claim another one. So what that means is don't just click through and claim a bunch of stuff. Once you claim one, I'm expecting you to contact them. So the status should change from claim to contact the day you claim it. So don't just leave them sitting there claimed. That means that you basically have just gotten their phone number and then ignored the system. So please don't do that. I really need you all to update the statuses as you go. Okay, so after a trip has been on the book for 24 hours, anyone can claim it. So what that means is, like, let's say it's summertime and we got a bunch of bookings, a bunch of eggs sitting in the basket. After some stuff sits there, you can claim more than one in a day, right? The usual rule is one a day. But if, let's say that booking has been there for longer than a day, anybody can get it. You can claim 4 if they've been sitting there more than a day. So let's say you've been busy out of town and you look at the open trips list, you see 3 of them there that fit you. You can get all 3 of them as long as they didn't drop that day. The way that you know is you see that created date right there. It's going to show you when it hit the basket. You just look in the open field and then it'll show you. You click on it, you look at the created date, and that'll tell you. Let's see here. Yeah, the rest of it's pretty self-explanatory. You can ask the clients to request you. That way I can put them straight to you next time so they don't drop in the egg basket. Now the way that's going to have to be done is with notes. Tell them to put it in the notes on the webpage. So yeah, the bottom one is about statuses. And it's basically to say, please keep up with the statuses. It's going to end in SPIT, unresponsive, deposit secured, or deposit refunded. Nothing should end in claimed status. That just shows me that you're not actually changing it after you get the phone number. So please do that. As soon as you get the next status, go in there and update the status. And so that's really it, guys. And the way that you do that is here in My Trips. Let's say that you've called a person. Here we go, Testerly. We've claimed him. We haven't called him yet. And so as soon as you claim it, you would have called him. So you click on this here. It's going to bring up the information about the guy. What you're going to do is click on, see the booking receive date. That's how you're going to know if you're claiming more than one. That's when it's happened. Booking receive date is when it hit the basket. All right, so then click on this here, the top link. And right there, claim the trip. Let's say that you've called this guy. He's contacted. All right, so that's where you contacted him. He didn't spit. You didn't deposit receive. He's kind of halfway, right? So let's just go through them real quick. So that's contacted. Deposit refund is pretty straightforward. You got the deposit, then you had to give it back. Okay, that's when you would update that. Spit the hook means you ain't gonna get this dude. You know, he's shopping around. You can tell, and you're just not gonna get him. Now you can always change it to spit the hook, but then if the guy circles back around, you can change it to deposit received, which is obviously what we're going for. That's where you've locked them in, you put them in the box, and you put that one in. So we're going to hit that one up because that's the one we want. Go down to the bottom here and update booking. So this is just every time you call a client, right? Just go in here to your statuses page. It's under My Trips, right? And you're going to update this stuff. Now, see, I hit the little arrow at the bottom to hit refresh. It's not going to change the deposit received there until I do that. But see, now James Testerly is a deposit received. It won't change the statuses until you hit update, refresh at the bottom, because that's just the way the web page works. But yeah, like I was saying, like every time after you call a person, go back to this little page and report back basically what stage in the process you are. Hopefully this is going to be as easy as claim, deposit, received. But obviously we know a lot of people when you call them, it ain't that easy, Cap. So yeah, so here's one more time. This is open trips. These will be all the ones in the egg basket. The only reason Mr. Testerman is showing up in My Trips is because I'm already linked to him. That would not normally be the case. This is testing. So yeah, everything in here represents the ones that are eggs in the basket that anyone can claim. To claim them, you would click on this. You would click on this. And then in here, you would change status to claimed, right? You put your name in there. Normally, this field would be blank, like I was telling you. So let's say that field is blank. Then you would change it to claimed, okay? So then here, completed trips is going to show you, since you've been on the system, how many trips have I claimed from Salty that came to completion, I got paid, and he got paid. And really what it comes down to, guys, is from the ones that you claim in here, there's a certain average of ones that you claim that would get through to completed trips. So you're going for obviously calling, getting people, and getting to that final goal. But that's pretty much it, guys. Yeah, this is the page where you monitor everything, and these are the 3 tabs that you use. Again, if you want to get to help, you click on the 3 lines at the top, then you click on the Captain's Help page. And that's going to bring up videos on how to do all this stuff. All right, thanks, Caps.